Oh goddamn! What's happening with you, man?
What's happening? Y'all. So we doing something different tonight. Y'all know how Iceman always open the show for us. We doing something different, okay? Because today is a special day. All right, y'all. I am one half of the co-host of the Under No Conditions podcast. I am Tiana White, church lady, and that is my co-host over there, Isaac Murden, Iceman.
What's going
Y'all,
on
but
with
listen,
y'all,
before we
man?
get
What's
into
happening?
the show, before we get
Here,
into the show,
here,
y'all, he don't.
here come this bullshit. It's coming.
Today is
Yeah.
Iceman's birthday, y'all. He
Hey
turned
man, what's happening with
27.
y'all, man? Hey
Happy
man,
birthday!
yo, thank you, thank you.
Woo! Woo,
Hey
woo,
man,
woo, woo, woo.
hey, let me tell you something, man.
Happy
Look,
birthday, Iceman!
hey, thank you, man. Hey man, look, man, I'm telling you something, man. Hey man, she was FaceTiming me since Tuesday. I had to tell her it was Thursday. She ain't believe me though. She texted me Wednesday,
Right.
FaceTime me Wednesday night, Thursday at 9:45. I got receipts.
Yeah. Cause one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna celebrate my friend's
Hey
birthday. That's a
man,
big deal for me, man, for real.
hey, it
Hey,
most
but when you
definitely.
woke up this morning, did you feel different? You know, people ask you that all the
Hey
time.
man, I woke up this morning. I was like, I was just thankful
Yeah, it's a blessing,
because
man.
it's man. When we talk about blessings, see, when we really start emphasizing the word blessings, it has a whole different meaning.
It does.
It has a whole different relationship because so many people are dying at a rate that we've never seen before.
Yep. Yep.
And they're not dying at 60, they dying at 30,
Yeah. Yeah.
25, 37. And I'm not talking about not just from violence. I'm talking about strokes, aneurysms,
Yeah.
heart attacks.
Yeah.
So, for me to see, another year around the sun, and you know, both of us, we have experienced our own,
Yeah.
medical emergencies and health issues.
Hmm.
I woke up, I was just like, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just sat on the side of the bed for a while and just really just processed it, and and enjoyed the fact that I still have two or three people in my life that like me.
Yeah. It's a
You
blessing.
know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
blessing. It's not about, for me, it's not about validation anymore.
Right.
And one thing I notice about me is that the older I get, the smaller my circle is becoming.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
Yes, and it's changing
Hmm.
because what I'm realizing as I get as I age and I mature, that prayers are being answered for me, my family, and people that's associated in my life by people that are no longer here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that, man.
I get that. I get
Hey,
that.
but enough of that, man. It's enough of that. What's happening
Man,
with you?
we were just talking, man. We see how he don't like to be having uncomfortable conversations
Hey,
sometimes.
hey,
I
man.
be
Look,
having to get on him too.
hey, look. I I'm the first to admit I'm not good at it. I can have uncomfortable
Did you
conversations,
listen to the voice note I sent today? You
man.
want to tell the
Let me
people what I
see.
said?
Wait a minute. I'm getting ready to let them hit. I think we got the 34 seconds. I'm gonna rewind this thing back. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold up. We're gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna see it.
Why you gotta put me out there like that?
Now I'm gonna save you the grief.
I did call my man
Hey,
today,
yeah,
Isaac,
she called me. She
and
called me.
Iceman was like, let me call her back. Cause I told him, I said at the end, I said it twice. I said, you know what? I love you. Then I thought about it, I said, he don't like that. I said, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Love you. Happy birthday. No, man, what's today's topic, man? Because you don't like, come on, let's move. Hey,
Hey,
look, I can see it now. Them eyebrows getting tightened in them up.
I'm
Come on.
I'm gonna tell you, right? I appreciate you
I appreciate you
because
too.
you know, we get on each other's nerves. See, y'all
We
don't know
do.
this. You know, we make it look easy. It's not hard. We have difficult conversations. Sometimes we don't feel like working. People be talking about, oh man, y'all look good together, man. This man, we be tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes she'll call me 10 minutes before the show talking about I can't make it. I be hot. I be like
I
this.
gotta work, man. But you know,
Hey man,
we
I
yeah,
be I be I be like this hot bam, and then I gotta laugh
right.
because as human beings, we gotta remember life be happening.
Yeah. But you know what
And-
I love between us though, we give each other grace. Cause
oh, all
sometimes,
the time.
one thing I'm gonna say about you, it don't matter. Rain, sleet, snow, you gonna work. But then, there's times where, you'll say, no, I'm gonna go ahead and work. And then like the last time, I told you, man, just go ahead and do what you gotta do. Take care of what you gotta take care of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most
But we give
definitely.
each other grace. And it ain't the next time we could reconnect, somebody mad at somebody. It is what it is. And I know you give me a lot of grace in that area.
Hey,
A lot. A
and
lot.
it's
And I
and it's
appreciate that for real.
no, hey, thank you. And I appreciate the fact that we could go through that
Mm-hmm.
because it
Cause
gives
then
us an
we had like a run where we couldn't connect. It was like 2 or 3 weeks or something. Like
we
maybe
had we
earlier
had
than summer.
no, we had a whole month.
Yeah.
It was just life was happening, and we was just because I was you was out of town or I was on the
Yeah.
road, and it was just one of
It
those
was a
months
lot.
where it was just and it wasn't like we were sitting around relaxing. It
Right.
was just life was happening and things was going on, and we just had to figure it out. It was about 4 weeks. We
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
month where
Yeah.
it was just life and family and
Yeah.
personal issues and just things that was going on. And when you talk about giving that grace, I believe that nobody's ever so perfect or so wrong that you can't give that.
Right. Right.
And I heard something today before we get to the topic, and it was for me to hear it on my birthday. It was profound, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was, what if God took a day off?
Man. 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 Yeah. What did you say after that? It's nothing to say. What do you say?
Then you just hear me get quiet.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
How
That's
can
it,
I
man.
how can I not give grace to anybody about anything when I know I've had years of unhealthy decision making?
Yeah.
My behavior hasn't been as of par.
Mm-hmm.
I continue to make decisions sometimes out of logic,
Yeah.
and I still judge. However, I've worked hard on not holding,
Right.
and I think that's where my life has gotten better because I've had an opportunity to experience it with a few people
Mm-hmm.
of like yourself,
Yeah.
and been able to be open about you know things that's going on in our lives as parents,
Yeah.
in relationships, work, everything. We
Yeah.
talk. Hey, let me tell y'all something. She brought it up. If y'all saw us behind the scenes, man, y'all be
Man.
like, man, y'all gotta post some of that stuff.
Right. Because the
We be,
bloopers be blooping.
hey man, the bloopers be off the
Yeah,
meat
they do.
rack,
They
man.
do. Hey man, you know
Oh,
what? Sometimes we have almost done a whole after we do our show, we have almost done a whole different show after that. So yeah.
it's a show. It's a 12-minute show before the show. And after the show,
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes, man, she'll check me or I check her. She'd be like, "You a hot Bama." You know what? I gotta go fix me something.
Yeah. Well, hey y'all, when I'm ready, when Iceman getting on me about something or kind of schooling me on something, when I'm done, I don't say, oh, okay. I just be like, all right, man, I gotta go. Let me go walk this dog. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. You know
And
what I'm
she don't
saying?
even have a dog, and that's gonna be funny because I know she ain't got no dog.
Right. I don't have no dog. I'm like, all right, man, let me take this dog out real quick. I call you back. But it's all in
And
love, though. It's all
man,
in
it's
love.
all in
All
love.
in love. Yeah.
And for you guys that don't know why, I like to give some type of an explanation. When we talk about love in a different light a lot of times, but society always puts love and conditions in the same place.
Yes.
So, we want to look at love as something that's unconditional, regardless of who I am as a person or who you are as a person.
Right.
You know, and we live in a world that love has so many conditions that no, don't tell I don't know, don't love me.
Right.
Because your love brings something that I may not be able to fulfill.
Right.
And understanding that I can't be everything for everybody.
Right.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
Because through those conditions, we be looking for people to be the thing that we need them to be for them.
Yeah.
And that's what we feel a lot of times. Hey, we just did a show. I don't know what y'all talking about. We just did 11 minutes.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
we're going to call this one part 2.
But you know what? Let me pick. I know we're going to get into the topic. But
we're going to get to it.
That's something that I learned from you, that everything is a condition or it's a transaction. And I was dealing with somebody, talking to somebody about it. And every time I bring it up, from a male perspective, it's hard for him to get offended. And this is not somebody, I'm dealing with, but just a friend. He was like, man, because it make it sound like a money thing. But I had to explain to people, a transaction don't always mean money. It don't mean that I'm with you so you could buy me stuff and take care of me. A transaction is this. Listen, you made it real simple one time. If you make me laugh every day, then I'm looking for that from you every day.
I need that transaction.
But the days that you can't, do I still want to be bothered with you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's deep right there.
So, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that I don't talk to you, but I'm like, nah, Iceman, he on some other stuff. He going through some personal stuff. He ain't making me laugh. So I'm when he get back on his funny stuff, I'll get back to him. So that's a transaction. You know what I mean?
Well said. And the struggle with learning people and paying attention. You and I talk about this on a personal level. When people are developing relationships, whatever relationship that you decide that you want to be in at that time, we have a horrible time at really paying attention and understanding the person that we call ourselves being interested in.
Yeah, but I do think it changes as you get older, though. I do.
Because
I was looking at when I was 20, my 20, 30, and my 40, I'm spotting it right off the top.
Now when you look at it, I look at it I frame it. Everybody got suitcases.
Absolutely.
They coming with them.
Yeah.
I have to determine at this point in my life how much of that luggage I'm willing to accept.
You want to take on,
because I gotta take on some luggage. But when we talk about life and stuff, I don't care who you with, it is not gonna be perfect. And if you can't take on somebody else's luggage and you're asking them to take on the responsibility of your luggage without you being able to take on them, then you got some work to do on yourself.
Absolutely.
It is not that other person. And we got to stop getting into this frame because, he can't handle me, I'm too much. Or no, I'm making a decision to leave you alone because guess what? You ain't did no work on yourself.
Right. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect gateway into the next topic, our original topic of the night. Yes, is what is the difference between healing and hiding in your own life? Ooh.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Look, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm very interested. I'm always interested in hearing it from a woman's point of view because women talk about this so much.
Yeah.
And it's so many layers to it. However, I have a different perspective. So I want you to open up with this one.
Yeah, so healing and hiding, like we both know those are two different ends of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Healing to me, you and I talked about it, is making a conscious effort to change something, to move past the trauma. You know what I'm saying? But can you heal and hide at the same time? And I do feel like you can't do that. I absolutely feel like that. And I'll give you, and I'm just gonna be transparent. I was married at one time, right? And when we separated, we decided to just end things. I cried that day after, and from that point on, because I compartmentalized stuff, there was no emotional attachment from the divorce per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but then when he reached out months later, because I'm after that, I'm telling him I'm healed. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling myself, I'm telling the world, people checking in with me. You okay, girl? No, I'm fine. And not in the sense of being arrogant, but I didn't have the time to acknowledge all of what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm thinking I'm healing because it don't hurt like it don't hurt now. It doesn't hurt when you ain't got to deal with that person. It doesn't hurt when they not calling you. It doesn't hurt when you don't see them on social media with somebody else. So in essence, I was healing to a certain perspective, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? I was hiding also how I really felt from the world and also to myself. You know what I mean? So when we reconnected, out of finishing up some business ties and things of that nature, I realized then I'm not healed. And that whole time I had been hiding from addressing how I felt about it. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can have both. But I think with you and I, we talked about this before too. The start is acknowledging it. It's a sad case when somebody don't realize that they are hiding. You know what I'm saying? So that's my perspective on it.
Healing has a way of allowing you to look at yourself in the mirror
Right.
if you're doing it properly.
That is the key right there. If you're doing it properly, healing does not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Let's
Healing
talk.
does not mean today I'm not crying about it. I went on social media, got me some little scriptures, to make me feel good today. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Temporarily. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's I hear so much, and I know you do too. People talk about how they have healed and they have moved forward. However, in that process, because I'm gonna tell you from some experiences, most individuals, men and women, in that process of healing, they really not healing. Most of them become alcoholics.
Yeah.
They medicate themselves
Yeah.
with the issue of not accepting,
Mm-hmm.
because rejection is real,
It is.
and healing takes an honest blueprint of who you are as a person.
Agreed.
And it's a lot of things in the healing process. You got to change how you think. You have to change how you look at life. You got to change your perspective. You got to change how you look at people,
Yeah.
and develop the whole new understanding. And in that process, you can't be angry,
Yeah.
because many of us, we heal and we become angry at everybody.
Right.
For
Right.
what? Because there's no reason for you to get angry at what the person has done or
Right.
what you perceive that they have done to you. You gotta look at the role that you playing.
True.
It's when you walk into a relationship, if you were honest with that person that you was walking into the relationship, and I'm asking you this question: how many relationships would you been in?
Repeat the question again. With that,
If you were honest, I'm gonna walk into this relationship. I'm gonna be really, really transparent. I'm gonna be as honest as I can, because I don't want to walk into this relationship um under the conditions that I'm being something that I'm not.
I can think of off the top of my head. I can think about 4 or 5 relationships.
Look how old you are. You say
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Right.
For me, if I was honest, if I was totally honest and stepping into every relationship, I may not have been enough.
Right. And that's real. I respect that.
And I had to learn how to, in the process of me getting to know who I am, Isaac, It wasn't about having no boundaries. It wasn't about circumstances. It was understanding who I am as a person,
Yeah. Yeah.
and understanding the type of person that I not only needed, I wanted in my life at this point in time in my life.
Right.
At the beginning of the show, I talked about I understand that people are going to come with baggage. They might come with 5 or 6 different pieces of luggage. I have to make that determination on how much of that luggage I'm going to be able to tolerate.
Right.
Because when they come into your life after the first 90 days, man, stuff start unpacking.
Yeah. That's true.
And people be talking about, I'm healed, I'm living my best life. No, you're not. You've been hiding and you've become an alcoholic.
Right.
And you smoking and drinking your pain away.
Right.
Because you haven't come to the honest conclusion about who you are as a person.
Right. Agreed. Let me throw this out there too. I had to learn from personal experiences. Isolation does not mean that you heal.
Hell no. Say that again, man.
Isolation did not mean that I was healed. I compartmentalize stuff. So when I'm done with something, I'm done with it because it's out of sight, out of mind to me. But as I got older, I had to realize, but you for the last 3 or 4 years, you've been healed. It's not been bothering you. But you go on Instagram saying with somebody else now, you right back at step one because I was never healed.
You got a feeling because they don't because the perception of Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, right. The perception, people will always give you the perception.
Yes,
of who they want you to think that they are.
Right, right.
And the thing I like about us, under no conditions, is that we don't care what you think about who we are, because we're gonna tell you.
It is what it is.
It's not just gonna be is what it is. When we have these conversations, you're getting a piece of who we are.
That's true.
Right?
The
transparency. Because before the show, I asked you a question. Do people ever heal?
Right.
Or do we learn how to better handle that part of us that's triggering?
Right.
Because one thing in healing, what you have to learn how to do is you have to learn how to stop responding in your triggers.
Now that's hard.
Here we go.
That make it tight because it's like
tight.
It make it tight up in the room. Hey, look, it make it tight up in the room. Hey,
now, look, we get ready to get uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it.
Now, what you saying? You talk about I got to stop responding to my triggers, but that's all I know how to do.
Once again, so how can you heal?
Yeah. I think healing is fleeting. I think I do think now I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think there are some things you just completely heal from, but I do think healing is fleeting though. It's an ongoing thing. You know what I'm saying?
It is, and there's no lie in that.
Right.
I had to stop lying to myself and say that, you know what, I've gotten over this. I've moved past that. I heal from that. And then when I'm in another situation, it don't have to be a relationship. It could be a person that done something or say something, or you can see something, or you could smell something.
Right.
Let's talk about how healing works.
Right.
That may trigger that internal emotion that you thought that you got over.
Hey.
So you tell yourself physically, or long as it wasn't a person, or long as it wasn't that person, I can handle it. No.
Right.
You haven't did the work through that emotional piece that you need to work through.
Right.
Because healing is strictly internal. And in that process, I'm gonna tell you, if nobody else gonna tell you, don't nobody give a fuck about your feelings.
At all.
At all.
And nobody owes you nothing.
And they don't owe you anything.
Nothing.
You hear me?
Right.
People don't care if you healing, girl, I'm healing. I don't care.
Right.
You should have, that's a process you should have been working on 10 years ago.
Exactly.
And then when somebody tell you that, you get mad at them.
Right. For what? Because it's the truth. You know, and this is just being transparent. Now, my daughter's getting ready to turn 19, y'all. 18 now. My daughter's father passed away maybe a couple of months ago. This man has not been in my daughter's life since she was 5. I haven't heard from him, none of that stuff. But it just ironically we reconnected over a prayer call. I'll go into the story another time. But with him passing away, I put so much focus on making sure my daughter was healed, making sure she didn't feel some type of way because they didn't have a relationship. And it took for her to say, you know, Mom, I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know that man. I don't know him like you know him. And that right there in my mind brought back a lot of memories. It brought back a lot of hurt. It brought back things that I thought in my mind, I thought we was fast. This girl 19 years old now. Why you still feel like that? But
and you know what? And you wasn't even finished. Yeah.
At that time, that's when I started realizing, oh, you thought you were healed because y'all weren't in contact. And that's what made it easier for me to process. I can't say everybody else, but when I don't have no contact, oh, I can process it. I see you in whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's things that trigger me. And you know, his passing just brought back all this stuff because now it's definite. Now I don't get no answers. Now I have no choice but to either live with my thoughts and stay mad or soak in it and go through the whole process again, or say, you know what, I got to get this healing completely. You see what I'm saying? So that right there, Iceman, going through that ordeal, I had to realize that you talked to me about it. Stop pushing some feelings on her that she don't have.
She's not ready for
them,
right?
Because I had them.
You was pushing, and what you didn't realize, and I'm elated that we having this conversation because I can identify. You know, I have a son that personally he's my son, but we don't have a relationship.
Right.
So the first person I got to look at is me.
Right.
And I had to make sure that I needed to be okay.
Right.
It wasn't about nobody else but me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes as a parent, you know, that's the child, that's the father of your child. Sometimes we don't know how deep it goes.
Right.
And death brings a whole different perspective.
Exactly.
To a relationship.
Absolutely.
Because then you don't realize how much you really cared about that person because you've given your time. First of all, you're grown. You're not the same person. Right. You've had some different experiences.
Right.
You some things about your relationship you have healed from.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of it you've been hiding from because guess what? If it's no sight and sound, guess what? It's no harm.
Cool. Exactly.
I'm good. You know
what
I'm saying? I'm good. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And that's what healing does. Healing would allow you, once again, I'm gonna go back to it, allow you to look in the mirror. If you're honest about your process and take accountability and don't blame the person for nothing that they've done.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That is.
Because
it's so easy to go there.
Yeah, because what happens is when I used to do that, I take the pressure off of me.
Right. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to the Under No Conditions podcast.
For you guys, you just tuned in, man. You were listening to myself, Isaac, Tiana, on
I'm just telling you, I'm telling you now, Iceman.
I'm gonna tell y'all
after we close this out.
Hey, she ain't gonna talk to me, man.
I don't want to talk.
Hey, she gonna go walk the dog.
Yeah, I gotta go walk my cat. I got a cat. I gotta go take my cat for a walk.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is what we do. That's why we are called the Under No Conditions podcast. Look, we're not gonna analyze nothing. We're gonna talk about true experiences.
Yeah,
we're gonna put them out there for you. And you know what? I knew how to hide for a long time.
Mm-hmm. It's easy. You can hide in plain sight. It's easy.
You can hide. you can hide from yourself
Yep.
and don't even care about nothing or
That
nobody else
that's it. That's it.
until it hits you in the face.
And then there you go.
Yeah.
There
And
you
then
go.
it's like, wow, I gotta look at this again because I thought it was all over, or I thought we had come to some kind of understanding where both of us could move on freely.
Right.
And it gets ugly.
It does. It absolutely does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for you guys that, you know, not sure of whether you hiding or you healing, I just want you to take a step back from your process and be honest with yourself about who you are and where you are as a person.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you got to think about this. Many times you may think that you healed, you're not.
Right.
You're
You're
not.
right. Like I said, here isolation does not equate to you being healed.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. And many of us, I've talked to many people, especially males. I'd be like, man, you can't isolate, man. You can't
Yeah.
do it. Because isolation doesn't fix nothing.
What does healing look? And I know we got to wrap it up, but what does healing look like from a man's perspective? Like, how do you feel like most men deal with healing? I mean, I know everybody got their own way, but does hit because I've read an article, and it was talking about identifying when your man or a man in your life is going through depression. You know, as a black man, I'm not trying to make, but that's what it was. So, what does that look like for y'all?
Healing is different for every man.
Right.
How and it starts from, you know, you got to look at your upbringing.
Mm.
You got to go back in your healing process and to begin to understand how to heal and what are you healing from.
Right.
Because sometimes a lot of us, we don't even know what we healing from. We know we got a bunch of triggers that we don't even know how to even really identify 'em.
Right.
So for me, I know I'm gonna keep it on that. Healing for me was beginning to understand who I was and
Right.
what I was
That's it.
becoming.
Right.
I had to identify who Isaac was because see, I lived a separate life,
Mm.
and for years you couldn't call me Isaac.
Really?
Oh no, you couldn't.
Okay.
No,
Got you.
you won't get punched in the face. But call me Big Rudy, big boy. But do something.
Okay.
Who you talking to? What you call me? Like
Right. Ain't no
the
Isaac
but
here.
the persona that I had to live through
Mm.
and my, before I got my life together, it was painful. Like I absorbed a lot of hurt, I absorbed a lot of pain, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first one to tell everybody on this air, I did it to myself.
Mm. I
I'm no
respect that.
I'm no victim to nothing that has
That
ever
happened.
happened to me.
Right. Right. Right.
And once I begin to understand that, I begin to heal
To start healing.
because it takes away the fact that I can't even be a victim in this.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
gotta look at Isaac.
Right.
I have to look at the decisions that I've made. I have to look at how I hold myself accountable.
Right.
I have to look at becoming so emotionally functionable
Right.
that regardless of how you feeling, guess what? I don't have to react.
That's true. There's a choice. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm making different decisions based on me holding myself accountable.
Right.
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 So once I begin to hold myself accountable and I begin to look in the mirror and I begin to stop trying to, I don't try. You know how some people, somebody do something, you be like, why they do that? I don't even do that no more.
Right. Yeah. Everybody. Everybody just be on whatever they on, and like you said, you
You
almost
be
can't
looking
take
at them,
that
you be
on to
like,
a certain extent.
you
Yeah.
see somebody doing something, you know what I'd be like? I'd be like, okay.
Right.
And because I talk about it in my process, I've removed expectations from people.
You know,
I
we
know
gonna
she.
have to,
I know she ain't gonna talk to me for the rest of the week, but that's all right.
yeah, because you know, I disagree with you on that.
I know,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
She don't never agree with that. See,
I,
but that's hey, for you guys that just tuned in, this is the Under No
okay,
Conditions
okay.
podcast
All
with
right,
myself,
got it.
Isaac, and Tiana. Hey, man, this has been a great show.
It has been. Hey, but listen, I'm telling you right now, when we close this out, don't call me because I got stuff to do. I gotta go walk this cat.
This might have to be a bloopers reel. We might have to do a bloopers reel after this one, go because this one gonna be funky.
No, but it was a good show, y'all.
This was a great show. We really thank you guys.
Yeah, always please send us. Feel free to DM us, message us, text us, whatever the situation may be. If you got a question, you want to talk about something, we're here. Like Iceman said, we don't know everything, but we can share what we do know. And we'll get somebody on here who can help us. But we just hope our transparency about our personal lives helps y'all out there. That's all we're trying to do. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not the first. You're probably not the last. But there's things that you can put in place so that it's not a cycle. That's it, you know? And isolation does not mean healing. I had to learn, take it from me. I'm 15 years out and still dealing with emotions from back in 2006. So, you know, it happens, but we can work through it. But like Iceman said, you don't have to respond to every trigger, right?
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you so much. And from all of us at UNCP, because it's just not her and I, it's our families.
Yeah.
You know, it's our associations. It's a lot of people that's behind what we do.
Yes, we appreciate the support.
We appreciate the support and all the feedback that you guys continue to give us. And if ain't nobody tell you they love y'all today, Tiana says she love y'all.
I love y'all.
That's right. We out. Peace.
Peace.